It is an emotional journey for one local police officer. He spends his free time helping families of the fallen. His mission is tonight's Mino Project.
There are a lot of creative ways to raise funds for great causes in the area, but one local police officer has redlined his creative juices for the thin blue line. Every day, every shift, Hobart police officer Israel Deutsch is reminded of the day two of his fellow officers gave their lives in the line of duty.
When I got hired by Hobart-Lawrence, I learned of Bob and Stephanie's story, and it showed me, how close it can hit to home. Not only does it happen in New York or Los Angeles, it happens here in the small communities.
No, law enforcement deaths are not unique to large cities. In fact, the number of deaths is tragically, surprisingly high.
Usually there's about 120, 140 officers that die per year in the line of duty.
While their sacrifices will be respectfully honored, it's those left behind that Israel is now focused on.
If you take that times a wife or depending on how many children they have, you're talking about thousands of survivors per year that are affected by an officer that dies in the line of duty.
His way of paying homage to those who have fallen by raising $25,000 for the Cops Fund, concern of police survivors. An Ironman competition in Madison is coming up. Taking part in the world-famous Kona Ironman is in his plans. How will you know it's him? Because basically every competition and fundraising event he does is in full uniform.
To honor them, share our story, and raise money for the COPS program.
One of the perks of competing this way, meeting those he's doing it for.
I meet a lot of survivors, a lot of widows and kids involved with the COPS program. I meet a lot of people during these races too that shake your hand and take pictures. I think that's probably the most interesting part of this fundraising journey.
Having raised over $20,000, the monetary finish line is within sight. In retrospect, the most impressive moment of the year had to be the time a very courageous citizen allowed himself to be used as fodder for the K-9 unit to raise money, right?
Oh, yeah, right, Mino. Oh, yeah. No, absolutely not.
That wasn't the most impressive aspect?
No, it wasn't.
The dog enjoyed it.
The dog enjoyed it, yeah. I think you look like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Scariest 10 seconds of my life. Mino, NBC 26.